Everybody knows that a heavyweight cruiser has a big, fat rear tyre, belt drive, raked out front end, forward controls, and a big stonking V-twin motor. Actually, not all. This is the Thunderbird from Triumph, and it's got the world's biggest parallel twin fitted to a motorcycle at 1700 cc's. The colour matches the name, the Storm, and it goes like a Storm too. Heaps and heaps of grunt, lots and lots of fun. You've got to check out one of these things if you're into performance cruisers. Although on paper there's only 100 horsepower, there's 115 newton metres of torque, and it's produced at under 3000 RPM. So even in the higher gears, even at low speed, you crack the throttle on this, it makes a beautiful noise with these aftermarket Triumph pipes, and it takes off. So it really is a performance cruiser. But it's got all those lovely things about cruising motorcycles that you don't get on sportier bikes, like a big, wide, comfortable seat that's really, really low, so you can get your feet to the ground really easy. The forward controls aren't too far forward, so they're not way out there near the front axle. They're in a good position. And these pullback handlebars, I think, are just about perfect. They come back, give you a great riding position without putting too much strain. Now that all combines to mean that on freeways, you don't want to go a lot faster than the speed limit because you will start to find that wind will start to blow you backwards, but that's okay. This is about having a lot of fun getting to that highway limit rather than doing massive amounts over it. The engine's a perler, lumpy, thumpy and grunty. You take off in the traffic lights, you could lose a passenger and you might not even notice. Now there's a few other things that are really nice about this motorcycle. The paint is just spectacular, it looks really good. The instruments, well, they're housed inside the tank here. There's quite a lot of information in this one big dial, including a tacho down the bottom and an LCD panel to give you lots of other information. Up the back here, the rider's seat's really good. If you're really after something to carry a pillion passenger a lot, you might have to dive into the Triumph accessory catalogue or have a good look at the LT model, which is for light touring and it's got a much better pillion passenger seat on it. Up front, there's a 19-inch front wheel. Now, on that 19-inch front wheel is two big discs, ABS equipped, 4-piston calipers. This thing stops really, really well. It's one of the best set of brakes ever on a big cruiser. And you need it too because the bike encourages it to ride a little bit faster than most cruisers would. Handling is also pretty good. Generally speaking, you got nothing really to complain about. It goes around corners quite well. And scraping the foot pegs, well, that's just part of the fun. The only thing about that I'm a bit disappointed in is that rear suspension is a little bit underdamped. You could fix that if you wanted to with another set of shocks. So overall, this bike works really well and really happy with the performance and handling of the Thunderbird Storm. I think Triumph have done a great job on this bike of getting the styling right. The way this guard is, it's big and it's traditional, but it's not over the top. It flows really well into the styling of the tank and then the side cover and then that rear mudguard. They all work really well together, and you can tune them up a little bit if you want to change the styling a little bit with a trip through the Triumph accessory catalogue. So the Thunderbird Storm will stand up against any big V-twin. It's also great value at $20,990, and you can currently get a $500 discount at Triumph dealers, and they're also throwing in a year's comprehensive insurance.